Hey guys, my name is Jennifer and I am Jenofeve Designs. First off, I wanted to tell you, if you can hear it in the background, my computer, we had a glitch in power yesterday and something happened to something that stores something on my computer, because you know I'm not very tech savvy. I don't even know what it's called. But my husband discovered it yesterday because of this little glitch, and so he swapped it out for an older one, and it's very loud. I mean, it's loud, and I apologize. I'm so sorry. Hopefully we won't have too many videos where it's loud. He's going to get me a new one, hopefully. And you guys are crooked. There we go. So hopefully he'll get me a new one soon, and we won't have to listen to that for very long. Okay, we are working in the Simply Magical landscape version. And we are using the Curators of Botanical paper collection by 49 Market, and we're using the printable digital version by the artist Katie Petite. And I've got all of that linked down below. I've got a special Amazon list for this project. I've got a special playlist for this project. It starts from the beginning and works its way through step by step. I'll link it up here and down below in the description box. The templates and all the printables from my shop are also linked in a special collections link that I just started doing a couple week or so ago. And all the printables that I use from my shop are in that collection, right? The collection. I think that's cool. I'll quit doing this. Okay, so we are working on the back sides of the fins now, right? So we have 5 fins. This is what we did in the last video. This is the back side of a fin. And we did this really cool situation here. So we took the gatefold doors and we just used them differently, right? So the gatefold doors, where's the other, oops, that's not them. There we are. So here's the way they're intended to be used, you know, as doors, right? And so this is the front of a fin. So we've got the doors and we've got ourselves a little pocket right here, a little cluster. Anyway, that's how they're intended to be used. So we just used those same templates and we just used them a little differently. So we're going to do that again in this video. We're going to make something using the triple flip pocket pages, and we're going to do it a little differently. And I think we're going to do it on this first fin. So there's the first fin, and there's the middle of the fin, and then here's the back of the fin. So we have a pocket, a side pocket in the back of the fin here, but we're going to put the triple flip, a different way to use the triple flip pocket page on the back side of that fin. So what I've already got prepped and printed, also I'll try to put timestamps below, and I'll put them in the comment. I'll pin a comment, so if you need to jump around. But what I've already printed is page L19 and L18, and I accidentally printed both of them with the butterfly background design on them, and I didn't need to do that. But since I still do not have my cardstock, remember I told you in the last video what happened with my cardstock that I ordered. Since I don't have it yet, I couldn't reprint, well, without wasting a very large sheet of cardstock, and I don't want to do that. That's more expensive cardstock, the larger ones. So cutting it down to use it as an 8.5 by 11 just seems wasteful to me. But anyway, so I didn't reprint. That's all I was trying to get at here. Okay, so page L18 is the base for the triple flip pocket page, and I printed it with the butterfly background. And what I did was I took it, and each one of these, let me show you this. Let me move the mats here. Oh, that one's really stuck down. Okay, so I took, and I'll scoot you in too, just a little bit. Come on in here. There we go. So I printed it onto 80-pound cardstock with the butterfly background design. So what I did was I cut the whole thing out, right? I left it as a whole, and then I cut these middle bits out. So I have room. Do you see what I'm saying? So I pretty much cut out those 2 lines. So on this one, I'm going to use it as a belly band. So I left the 2 tabs there, and I scored them and put tape on them. And then on this one, I left the short tab and took these 2 tabs off. And we're going to use this as a flip and this one as a flip. I did the same thing to these outer 2. Okay, so we got 2 flips and we got a belly band. So that's for page L18. And then L19, I didn't need the butterfly background design, but I didn't want to print it, like I said. So I cut this away. We're not going to use these right now. And these 3, I cut them all out. I scored everything and I flipped them over because I want to use the plain side because I'm going to be matting all of these. So I didn't need to print the butterfly background design, but again, I didn't want to waste it. So I just flipped it over and inked them up. Right? So I put tape on this side, inked them up, and they're ready to go. Okay. Oop, let me put these mats back. Okay, so the mat for L18 is on page L36. So I'm not gonna, I've already traced everything out, all the mats and everything, cut them out. So L36 is the mat for those, and then L37 is the mat for these. I am going to attach these down first. These flips, I'm going to attach them down first, and then we'll put the belly band down. I think this is a really fun idea to use with the, a fun way to use these triple flip pocket pages. I think it's cute, so we'll see. So I just took the tape backing off, and I'm not going to go over the score on this side. Oh, and it looks like they're not perfect, but that's okay. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to burnish, right? So we got that one. And then I'm going to put this one on this side. So tape the backing of the tape off. And put this down. I'm so sorry about that noise, you guys. It is just driving me bonkers. Burnish this down, right? Oh, I hope my mat covers that. I do have a mat that I've already prepped for this main base page, so I'll tell you all about that when we get there. And then I was going to leave these there, and then I was going to center this in the middle like this. So I'm just going to take the tape off of one side. And I'm going to put it right here in between. Just like that, right? So you can see the little bit of a gap between them. I hope you can anyway. And I'm taking the tape backing off of this other tab, even though it was off camera there a little bit. And I'm going to attach that down like that. Okay, so I do have these numbered because I just wanted to make sure I had them all in the right order. I do have these numbered. I wanted to make sure they're all in the right order. And I'm going to attach a pocket to here on this belly band that we just created. I'm going to attach this pocket down. So these corners do not overlap. That way we have, we don't have the bulk. So I'm going to attach this down. I'm going to put a piece of tape, put a piece of tape along the bottom here, and then I guess I could scoot you out a little bit, that way you can see a little bit better. Then I'm going to take the tape backing off of the sides. Attach that down and burnish. And then for these, we are going to be putting the pockets on the inside. So I'm going to do the same for this one and this one that we just did for the middle belly band. Okay, so I think what I want to do is I'm grabbing the thing that I've already traced. This is one of the inserts that was left over from another video, and it's got the butterfly background on one side and it's plain on the other. And my thinking is that we would use this to keep those two flaps down. So it would be on the outside here. So I have already cut the mat out of the cardstock. So this is, how was this? I think it was like, no, is this the right one? Oh, this isn't the right one. What is this from? Or is it? I can't tell. Huh. Let me see. No, this one is from here. Okay, I got the wrong. This one is from this cardstock. So I traced the mat for this out onto this sheet of cardstock, cut it out, inked it up. And then I've got another one, whoops, from this one. This was for the main base page. So we're going to mat the main base page with this. And this one was one that went here somehow. Yeah. So it was like this. Pretty sure. It was something like this. Yep. It was like this. And I'd already used pieces out of it. So I just decided to use this as the main base page mat. So I'm going to put these scraps aside. And I guess we could go ahead and mat the main base page. So let's remove that for a second. And we're just going to end up sliding this in here and matting that down, and voila. So I'm going to use art glitter glue. Nope, I'm not. I'm going to use Fabri-Tac. I don't know why I keep saying the wrong things these days, you guys. Okay. I don't know what is going on. My brain's moving faster than my my hands. And the reason I'm using Fabri-Tac is to give me a minute to situate the mat, so I can move it around just a little bit, just like that. Oh, and I was gonna have an insert in here as well for underneath, and this is just a 4x6 photo mat from my Photo Mat Essentials. From this set of photo mats, the Photo Mats Essentials, not the Photo Mats Essentials 2, just the Photo Mats Essentials, right? So I printed it onto 28-pound paper, and then I folded it in half and made it a double-sided photo mat. So I'm going to go ahead and stick that in there because I don't want to forget to put that there. Okay, so, all right, let's work on this. Because I had an idea for this. Let me scoop that. That book is so big. Oop, I don't need that. I had an idea for this, and I even left myself a little post-it note there. I want to try to make this a fussy cut mat because I want to put a photo, like a photo mat in there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put that kind of where I want it, and then I'm going to mark where I want it to stop. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to grab my cutting mat and my craft knife, and I guess I can scooch you in. I'm sorry if I forget that I've scooched you in. I am going to cut it here. Just taking a cue from the paper collection. Right, so then this will be able to fit right inside there like that. I love that. Okay, see, that simple. That simple. But I am going to flip this around. No, I think it's okay. I think that's okay. I want to make sure I don't put glue there. So, no glue in this little area. Alright, and I want to try to ink this up a little bit, just because it's a cut edge. Do you guys like doing these little tucks? I think they're fun. Especially when it's on the mat. You know, it's just kind of a neat little surprise. Okay, let's mat this really quick. Oh, let me sketch you out. You don't really need that much glue. It's really not that much glue either, so. Okay, make sure my butterflies are facing the right way. Okay, so this is gonna go here. I love interactive photo mat inserts. Okay, so then I wanted to do a little bit more right here. So I was flipping through all of my different ephemera pieces. This is from the title sheet. I cut that out from the title sheet, and this is from the ephemera pack that we bought. So I thought maybe having something like this here. Right, just to break it up a little bit, and then maybe a butterfly. So there is butterflies that were on the title sheet, and there's butterflies that were part of the ephemera collection. So I think this is from the ephemera collection. I just cut off some of the excess. I think this one would look really cute on here. Right? So I'm going to do that. So this will go underneath the belly band and holding those two shut. I think that's really cute. All right, so we're gonna let that dry before we go any further on that. And then I've already, so from the last video, we had cut out, wait, let me show you. I'll just show you. These two pieces from where I printed the printable, I printed the floral autograph companion paper collection, and these two were the cutoffs. So I don't remember which one was which, but so I traced the mats for those two pages right here. I traced the mats onto those leftover cutoff pieces because you're really not going to see much. And we could also jazz it up a little bit with ephemera and stuff when we are nearing the end of the album, because that's what I like to do. I like to go back and just put leftover bits or just little bitty details here and there all over the album. So sometimes your eye just does need a place to rest sometimes, you know. It doesn't have to be full, constant interaction. You know what I mean? It needs a place to stop and go, oh, okay. Okay, so we got that. So then the next thing that I got prepped is the mats for the pockets. So I had printed off, this is part of the printable collection. How did I cut this? I printed it onto 8.5 by 11, and then I went and traced all of these little pockets in a row out of this bottom section here. So I traced them and I inked them up, And we're going to mat these pockets. So these are the leftover pieces. So the center one is going to be this one, which I love that butterfly. Just love it. Alright, let's mat it. Let's mat all three, actually. And when you trace these mats, just FYI, since I'm using them differently, since I turned them the other way where the plain side is up and not the butterfly background, you had to flip your mat over to trace it. Like you had to trace it with the mat face down versus facing up. That way it'll fit perfectly, because if not, this won't fit. It's not the same angle. Remember, these are handmade templates, so they're definitely not perfect in any way. Well, they're perfectly imperfect. I think that's what we've decided to call it. Okay. Nice. So that looks good, yeah? So these flap down, and then this goes. Now this is going to be a little tricky. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. It's going to be slightly tricky to get in and out of, but I think it's worth it. Okay, sorry about that. My battery died right when I was putting that insert in there. But anyway. So that looks kind of neat, doesn't it? It looks kind of interesting. And I kind of like this just being this. So the last step would be the tag insert. So this is left over from another, maybe when we did these. Yep. So these were the other parts of that tag of this page. This is L38. So these are the other, no, they're not either. What are these from? Oh, these are mats. These aren't even the tags. Oh. Well, where are the tags? I must have either misplaced them or something. But I do have this. I have this printed out. Huh. That's very strange. I already had this printed out for something else, obviously, but we're going to use it for this. So this is L20, but I'm not going to mat them with the mats. I thought these were the, I don't know, you guys. It's okay. It's fine. I'm going to cut these 3 tags out. And I'm going to ink them up, and we'll be right back. Okay, I think I'm going to, oh, I don't know. I was thinking about using these foiled. Actually, I'm gonna foil some of the blue ones. So I think the blue ones would look good too. So, where's my glue? Where's my foil? Just gonna take my glue stick. Oh, this is the old one. Look. Not that one. I got something too. Whoa. Oh, perfect. Just a little something something. Just a little bit of a distressed foiling. Just to add a little bit. A little something something. Okay. So I think I am going to use the purple on the butterfly side. Right, and then I'm going to use the blue on the plain side. These are still kind of wet from the glue. And I think that's the way they're going to stick out. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to cut some, some of this, and make it a pull tag, pull, make a pull for the tag. Right, I'm going to do this to all three. Or the other two, I should say. Yeah, I think that looks good like that. So I'm going to do that to the other two, and I'll be right back. Okay, what do you guys think? Do we like it? I love it. I think it looks too cute. And it's a different way to use the triple flip pocket page. Uh-oh. Oh, the butterfly wings. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a tricky insert in and out. But I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be okay. You guys let me know what you think. Alright, you guys, that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you will give it a try. And make sure you let me know your thoughts and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. And make sure you're subscribed and all of that. Check out the description box below the video. And thank you so much for joining me today. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.